right.
All right, Coach, we're going to start this off on the defensive end. I know that's where you want to start. First play of the ball game, Herb Jones with a deflection. You got the steal and the lay-in, and you really picked, really never let up with all the turnovers forced. Tremendous job defensively tonight.
Yes, Herb was fantastic tonight. 6 steals, deflections, rebounding the ball. He fueled our team defensively, and it allowed us to get out in transition. We had 29 fast break points, so really good effort from all of our guys defensively, holding this team to 43% from the field and 105 points. So solid by our guys.
By the way, they gave Herb another steal. He's got 7.
Oh, 7, okay.
Yep, so he set a career high tonight. JV, played really well against the Rockets last time out. It was almost like he continued what he did in that Houston win. Had 9 rebounds, almost had a double-double at halftime, but continued his post presence and just was really solid again tonight.
Yeah, JV, he was great for us. We wanted to feature him early by trying to throw the ball to him. He got Sengun in foul trouble. He was excellent, rebounding the ball, made good decisions from the post. And when we throw the ball to him, it allows us to get clean looks. Either he's scoring or he's kicking it out for teammates, and we're making good plays from there.
Zion had the block on Van Vliet, couple other defensive plays from him. I mean, how does that help y'all when he's being as active as he was on the defensive end tonight?
We're seeing Zion get better and better as the season progresses. And really on the defensive end, to your point, the blocks, the moving his feet, staying in front of guys, contesting shots. Love the fact that he had 10 assists. So he had an all-around solid game, but it's plays like that. You come over, block a shot, Herb getting steals, guys coming up with big rebounds, 50-50 balls. It allows us to get out in transition once again, and that's some of our best basketball.
Yeah, and then, his night offensively, how do you think he did finding that balance between I'm going to go score the ball and I'm going to get my teammates involved?
I thought he was great, and this is what happens when we put the ball in his hands, especially early. He's finding CJ, he's finding Trey, looking for Herb, JV, whomever it is. And then he has moments where, he sees something that he likes and he'll continue to attack it. But, when he's playing like this, he's tough to stop.
And just continue talking about Z. He's talked about how much he's looked forward to kind of being in these type of games, this point in the season. Yeah. How much do you kind of sense his excitement about just being a part of this stretch run and kind of showing the world what he's capable of?
He's definitely excited about the opportunity in front of us, and we're all excited to be in this position, and we're grateful to be in this position at this time of season to have, Zion healthy, BI, pretty much the majority of our team. And now it's on us. It's on us to continue to work together and, look at areas that we're having success, and then the areas that we can improve, we try to get better in and keep stacking up wins.
And obviously, Herb's not going to get 7 steals every game, but when he's playing the way he plays tonight, the way he played tonight, do you think it's fair to say that you guys just are a different team when he's making an impact the way he did?
Herb brings it every night. Yeah, he really does on both ends of the floor. We're never questioning his effort, but when he has nights like tonight where he's guarding everybody and getting steals, getting deflections, getting blocks, rebounding the ball, shooting the ball well, we can see how important he is to this group.
Willie, the starters really carried the day, but they especially stood out in that third quarter where you guys came out really strongly. Yeah. What stood out to you most about those first few minutes of the third?
Well, the sense of urgency that the starters came out with to start the quarter. We've had a tendency to have leads and come out at halftime and sort of be flat, but it was a different mentality tonight. I thought CJ was great. He hit big shot after big shot. He made big play after big play. We talked about Jonas, and even though Trey struggled, he found it a little bit and stayed with it throughout the course of the game. But, kudos to those guys coming out in the third quarter with the mentality to dominate the game. We had a little lapse, and I talked to the group about it when they brought in their substitution guys. But we did what we needed to do to win the game, and that's important for us.
I've got another Herb question for you. It seems like Herb is becoming more vocal. We're seeing more emotion from him from the court. Is that almost an important step for him to elevate his game, to become kind of one of those key guys out there on the court that everybody can feel his emotion?
I believe it is, and that's the next step for our group. In general, is for all of those guys to be uncomfortable enough to be vocal and have those communications and conversations on the floor where, they see something, they're talking about it before I even get to the huddle. And we're starting to see that more and more with this group. And that's the beauty in having a team, keeping them together for, going on our third season.
Coach, your team's now 4-1 when BI doesn't play and 7-4 when Zion doesn't play. Just talk about how the role players are stepping up to a larger role to get victories even when one of your stars are out.
Well, it's a credit to the work that all of those guys put in, and Trey, Naji, Hawk, Matt, Jeremiah, Larry. We trust putting these guys on the floor. Dyson, who's out now, but we trust putting our guys on the floor, and they do it. Our coaches do a tremendous job working with them, watching film, and there's no letdown. You put guys on the floor, they understand the moment, and then what we ask for is effort. Give us effort, compete every play. We'll make some mistakes, but as long as we're doing those things, it usually comes out in the wash.
Did you get a sense of, whether the chippiness late was just, division rival type of thing or something in particular? And in general, how do you like the way, I guess, your guys rally or respond when that kind of stuff happens?
Yeah, it's part of the game, and I think it was a little frustration, based on the score. We were up pretty big, but for us, it's being the more mentally tough team in between the lines, and no matter what happens, we're not backing down from anybody, but we also we need to be smart in those moments, which we were.
Coach, I want to combine a couple of things that you referenced earlier. You talk about the mental toughness and also how the players step up when Brandon Ingram isn't in. It seems like every time you guys turn a corner, there's some kind of adversity to get through. Not having BI coming back from the All-Star break, but the team responds and plays the way it does. What does it say about the growth and development you guys are having?
Well, that's a part of an NBA season. Most teams at some point are going to deal with guys being out here and there, and when you face that type of adversity, we talk about it as a group, but those are preparation meet opportunity moments, and as long as guys are preparing, they're working with the coaches, we're getting on the floor in practice, and we're bringing it. That carryover into the game, we're seeing it, especially at this point in the season, and that's what we want to see from our group.
There was a moment in the second quarter where Herb, Jonas, and Zion had their own mini slam dunk contest. After being on the road for so long, what's it like feeling the energy here after something like that?
It's great. It's great playing in our building in front of our fans. I think our guys get pumped up to play here, and you can feel it. You can feel when Z's on a break, lob, Herb's coming down the middle, JV, the fans, they get us going. So it's always fun to play on our home floor.
And what's it like kind of getting that rhythm back after being on fire before the All-Star break and now having a week off and coming back, and clearly you guys didn't lose much of a step at all?
We had two really good practices before tonight's game, and I'm pleased with the carryover that we had tonight. This is a really good win coming out of the break, like you said, like you mentioned, and we want to continue to build from here.
Speaking on kind of building off of that, obviously, you had a long break, but now you're going into back-to-back games with Miami having a long break. How do you think you can bring the same energy or more tomorrow, especially with BI out?
Well, yeah, that's the challenge is being able to win a game like we did tonight, and then have a quick turnaround and be ready for a tough opponent coming in tomorrow night. And so we'll get off our feet and get back here tomorrow, watch film, we'll have a walkthrough, and get ready to go again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.